Hello, my diddly-dos. Welcome, once again. This is some carpets. Me at the... I shall give it a name now. At the Dark Road. It's not an alleyway, not really. It was never going to be. At least not after I've torn down what used to be the central building here. And the style of that exact building has been replicated somewhere else now, which I'm here to show you that. The inspiration used to be and has been again today, and perhaps this is where the Dark Road, the initial name alleyway came from, was from the dark corner of Green's Midnight Alley, where Scar, Good Times with Scar, did, some gloomy, dark, spooky buildings, Halloween, basically. And it has inspired me to do this haunted mansion, a witch's hut, basically. And I'm gonna show you every corner of it, because I'm proud of so many tiny little details which you can see in the windows and on every corner, in every angle of them. So this is the front entrance. We can have a look at the inside a little later. A couple of pots of mushrooms. There's something special in the chest. And we can have a look all the way around it now. I've chosen to use the ferns to blend it into the landscape a little bit with a muddy type ground around it. And yeah, let's have a look at everything. So next window, same exact setup, just a little bit of depth, a black background behind it, mysterious, and going along a little bit up top here. Slightly different. You can actually see the back of the room here, and it's a pot with something brewing inside. Maybe these flowers were used as ingredients. Then up here, this is expected, but I think it fits quite nicely, since with all this purple, and look, I'm using the cherry wood again, we can get a little brighter here. And why not use the red that's also there with the dark oak wood, and these pots to go copper, and then the 4 separated squares of this texture just lends itself to continuing that pattern with I don't even know what the pink end stone, what's it called? Purple block, and then the end stones themselves. This is a little railway kind of thing going on, some lanterns on it. Let me elaborate also now on the texture of the walls. Obviously, I've started with the darkest shade that we have for a building like that, the nether bricks, and then melding down into different shades of using the black terracotta, some grey terracotta, and then some browns from the darker logs. Mud too, which is nice. The mud goes nicely into the color of the deep slate, which I've used all the way. I don't think the frame rate is going to settle down again, so we might as well just continue like this. I mean, what's the difference at this point? I just love the front view, the angle, obvious. Oh, it's better. My laptop is overheating so intensely. You can't even. Yeah. Look at this up there. Oh, the pitcher plant. Oh, the blue and purple before an obsidian backdrop for this archway of the roof. It's just nice. I like it. Mossy rock over here with some red flowers growing, which I thought was the proper color for this house. Just a little red and purples here, these banners, black and purple. Can have a look at the inside of it. Some paintings hanging there. We'll look at that later. The roof I'll show you a little afterwards. Different styles are already. Very simple here. This is the tinted glass with some glowing magma behind it. I like this place, a little Teich. And it's the back entrance into the lower interior, which there's perfectly fine and finished interior, of course. Just like the backside is finished, as you will see. Same type of window as we had to the front with the mushrooms. Instead, the fire torch flower thing and the dragon head. I thought this was, yeah, fun little addition, like a spooky roller coaster type Geisterbahn. Going round again, now this is where it becomes a little simpler, or at least larger shapes, putting one style and spreading it over a larger area. I mean, this was basically the same style all around here, but also changing everywhere. I mean, you can't continue it like that to infinity, because I mean, at some point you have all the variations that you can think of for the blocks that are available. And here these lightning rods on walls and just going in, going out. I love these just patterns. Another little greenery balcony. I like these carpets I've put on top. It looks like a volcanic ash almost. Grey carpets on the leaves. Yeah, anyway, as I said, some bigger structures. And I think they need the size to portray what I'm showing. You couldn't put this in just a little corner, as I've done with all the other artifacts and details here. So what this is, and it's a creepy idea. I mean, this is supposed to be skin, basically. It's human flesh and some cancer growing into it. Horrible. Don't even want to think about it. A big red round window and some iron stuff, some chains, and I'm not sure if I like the iron completely that I have here. The other variation that I thought of was like this, maybe. Also connects to the glass, which I don't like. I might have put these instead up here, but, well, chains do just as well. Yeah, I can leave it like that for now. It almost looks like a skull now, skull of a cyclops. This is the mouth, and we have a red eye. Oh, and here, this is the back corner with the window to the honey, which I've already shown you. So let's look again at the front. 2 balconies, and you can look up there. This is the entry, empty interior. You can go up here. This is the gallery that you've already seen, the balconies, and then out here, a little present for you. Yup, very good, very good. Oh, I can't even make that jump. That's better. Anyway, hello again, my darlings. I've finished the roof, closed the building up, finally, beautifully. I would say. Yeah, so let's go around it once again and me just show you. Once again, though, I'm sorry to say that I cannot guarantee for the frame rate issues being having been put out of this world. They have not. But we shall do our best with what we have. And this is the interior. There's not much else to see, actually. Down here by the window, we can look inside the lower portion, which I haven't done anything there. Oh, the new spruce tree, of course. Let me show you that. I think I've figured out how to get these hanging branches working. It's all about percentages of wood showing and a space between the branches, and then I finally dared to put some of these leaves dangling, like corner to corner. For some reason I used to mich dagegen sträuben to do this, because my insistence on perceived stability. Aha, here is the most scariest thing, most horrifying artifact in the entire mansion. It's a shrine to diorite, the horror of most Minecrafters, I have been told. These front roofs, frontal simple slope roofs, you've seen already. I chose against an overhang. Instead, I stuck this terrace, trellis, of greenery on front of it. You've seen the chimney. And then let me tell you how I came to the ideas for the rest of the roof. It all started when I had half of the building or of this roof completed, as you saw in the previous clips. And I thought to myself how nice it looked being cut off right there. And I added in some different colors and shadings, and this log going through the middle, which I think this is mangrove right here. I've darkened it and toward the end swapped it out even for the basalt to make it look scorched, and I used the cobbled deep slate for the same effect, and then tinted the red a little bit to give the impression of the roof having burnt down at some point. And apparently the owners of the roof decided then to, instead of recompleting it as it used to look, put something entirely different on top of it. And first I made this roof, which you have seen, a little bit steeper than the other, using different textures, darker colors, and then putting that to an extreme with this little type here. I've decided on these dividers first, the shape of them, and some walls here, some stairs here to make it fall off naturally with a nice curve, let us say, and then replaced it a couple of times to see how exactly I wanted it to be plopped onto the rest of the walls of the house. And then copied the same thing over here, and it stood very nicely at the same height. One bit where the shrine to the terrifying diorite I later put. It's been put down a level, and then going around the corner. These are a little bit more narrow together, and this is where I finished it off. And now this little overhang, which isn't supported that much just by the walls way back there, but no pillars here, it serves as like the contrast to this balcony, which is basically the same shape but flipped 180 degrees, but they're offset, and I don't mind that. I like that, actually. It gives the place a more wonky kind of feel to it. And yeah, so that is where we left the project at. And I am quite content with it. This is me trying to give you one more overview of the whole build, hoping my frame rate will play along just once. I guess I do need a new machine. But I haven't seen any of you subscribe to me on Patreon just yet. So in what kind of a position really are you to complain? Just this once? For good luck? Please? Please? Fuck. No. No, no, no. How did that happen? Well, I know how it happened. Yeah, hello. Well, there, as you can see, I swapped out some of the black stone into mangrove wood instead. Some logs, some planks. Looks nicer. Was not very effective. It would seem. The piece that took the fire, apparently, because there's no damage down here, and I thought I had some distance, but maybe this log? I can't imagine. Anyway, I shall fix it. And I will see you in the next episode.